Hey, what's going on, guys? In today's video, I want to talk about how to know how much fat you have to lose so that you can set realistic and very, reasonable and attainable goals for yourself, and you know exactly the way to get to your fat loss goals. Now, it's really important to understand that your goal shouldn't just be to lose weight. Your goal should be to lose fat and maintain as much muscle as possible, and even maybe build some muscle, depending on how much fat you have to lose. If you've got 10, 15, 20 plus pounds of fat to lose, you've got enough stored energy on your body to actually build muscle as well, even while eating in a calorie deficit. And that's pretty much the first thing you need to understand, is that you are not going to lose weight. You are not going to lose fat unless you eat in a caloric deficit. You must eat less calories than your body burns each and every single day in order to shed body fat. Now, super important on top of that, on top of the calorie deficit, to make sure that you are also lifting weights and that you are getting stronger in the gym on key exercises that support a really good, amount of strength and that support a good looking body. There's no shame in wanting to look good. If you want to, add muscle in the right places, then you need to have a handful of, key lifts that you're focusing on to put muscle on in the right places. For me right now, I'm really focusing on, upper chest, shoulders, arms, back. For you, maybe it is a little different, but you want to find that handful of key exercises to get stronger on so that you can build muscle. You don't want to just become a smaller version of yourself, because here's the thing: if you eat in a calorie deficit and you don't lift weights, you don't get stronger in the gym, you're inevitably going to not just lose body fat, you're going to lose muscle mass as well. And so you'll actually end up looking worse if you just lose weight. And so the first thing for you to realize is that if you want to lose weight, you have to eat less calories than your body burns. So basically what this comes down to is, the average kind of moderately active male burns around 15 calories per pound of body weight each day just to maintain his current weight. So for the 180 pound male, that's about 2,700 calories a day just to maintain 180 pound weight. Now it's just a starting point, so it could be less, could be more. For me, it's actually more. I'm more around like 17, 18 calories per pound of body weight each day, which is, kind of on the higher end. I'm just active, and so I got to eat a little bit more. Even in a deficit, I still get to eat like, 2,700 calories, and I lose weight. But that just means when I'm in a surplus, I got to eat like a lot in order to gain weight. But anyways, if you want to lose weight and maintain or build muscle, then basically you need to be strength training, you need to be lifting weights, you need to be getting progressively stronger in the gym on, movements like bench press, overhead press, weighted chin-ups, Bulgarian split squats, deadlifts, things like that. Those are kind of the basic 5 movements you want to have in a workout routine. And that is just going to ensure that you maintain or build muscle during a cut, during a fat loss phase. And so that's the first thing. Now, in order to determine how much fat you have to lose, which will really determine how long you have to cut and how long it's going to take to lose body fat, you want to basically the easiest way to track this is to actually take a measurement of your waistline right around belly button height. Now, when you do this, when you get your current measurement, what you're gonna want to do is take that measurement, and ideally you would get down to 45% of your height. And so let's just say your waistline is 35 inches. When you take your measurement, let's just use me as an example. Let's say you're 35 inches, you're 6'1", and so you know that you need to get to 33 inches, because 33 inches would be about 45% of your total height. That is an ideal waist measurement. 45% is an ideal waist measurement for a 6'1", male, to ensure that he has a good, waist to shoulder ratio to create a V shape, and on top of that, to be lean, to be able to have visible, visible abs, especially if you've got pretty decent ab development from doing things like, hanging leg raises and what have you. And so 45% of your height is going to indicate that you are lean and that you have good proportion, good waist to shoulder ratio. And so let's say you're 35 inches, you know you need to get down to 33. That would mean you've got, if you are good at math, and I'm not that good at math, that's only 2 inches that you have to lose off your waist. Now, it's pretty common knowledge, I would say, and pretty accurate, that for every inch that you have to lose around your waist is roughly 5 pounds of fat that you need to cut. So if you've got 2 inches off on your waist that you need to lose, that's roughly going to be 10 pounds of fat that you have to lose. Now, I actually did this at the end of 2023, kind of going into January of this year in 2024, where I was about 182 and my waistline was around 47% of my height. You know, it was around it was like 35 inches. This is why I use me as an example, because it was just, the numbers were easy and I just kind of knew them off the top of my head. But my waist was 35 inches. I knew I needed to get down to 33 inches. I knew that, you know, for every 5 inches that I had to lose around my waist, that was roughly, or for every inch, I knew I had about 5 pounds of fat to lose. And so I determined, okay, I got about 10 pounds of fat that I need to cut. And so I basically calculated my deficit, my calorie deficit, to lose about 1 pound of fat each week. And I actually did that over the course of about, 3.5 months. I spent some time cutting, followed a program, a different kind of workout routine to try to maintain as much strength as possible without killing me in the gym, especially since I was in a deficit. I did get stronger on a couple key lifts, but I did lose some strength, but I maintained a lot of the muscle I had built on my previous lean bulk. And then once I lost that 10 pounds of fat, I got down to 33 inches. It was like exactly from 35 to 33, I lost roughly 10 pounds. And it was like pretty much exactly, 2 inches off my waist, 10 pounds of fat. And I got to a really good starting place to start lean bulking. So that's the other thing. You want to cut, in my opinion, you should get lean first and then bulk. That way you can put on muscle while staying relatively lean. That way you can look good year round and look good, while you bulk, and not get super fat while you bulk, which is what I'm doing right now. And so I know I'm kind of all over the place, but basically that's what it comes down to. It's kind of the simplest way to determine how much fat you have to lose is take your waistline measurement. You got to have the ideal waistline in mind. So, if you're 6'1", the ideal waistline is going to be, 33 inches. If you're 6 foot, maybe it's 32.5. And basically for every inch of height, I think it's about, maybe take off half an inch, whatever. You can do the calculation, 45% of your total height in inches, and that is the waistline that you want to strive to go for. And then, for every inch that you got to lose, that's about 5 pounds of fat you want to cut. Now you want to set your calories. This is kind of a bonus tip. You want to set your calories to lose about 1 pound, maybe 2 pounds, depending on how much fat you have to lose each week. So, that's anywhere from like 400 to 600 calories, 400 to 600 calorie deficit per day to lose 1 to 2 pounds of fat per week. Now, when you initially start a cut, you are going to lose, a few pounds, maybe 3-4 pounds, like right off the bat. That's pretty normal. That's not all fat. It's, water. It's just basically the lack of calories. Is going to lead to about 3-4 pounds just kind of right off the bat, right off the top. And then after that, it should equal out to about 1 pound of fat per week, which is a really sustainable, safe, healthy rate of fat loss for the normal person. And so that's how you track it. Get the waistline, figure out what 45% of your height is, and then set your calories to be, anywhere from 400, 500, 600 below maintenance every single day. At the beginning, I kind of talked about how to calculate maintenance. Your body weight times 15. Just subtract 400, 500, 600 from that. There's 3,500 calories in 1 pound of fat. So if you want to try to be exact, And it's never going to be exact. You kind of got to tweak as you go on, weigh yourself daily, get the, weekly average of how your weight is fluctuating and, hopefully going in the right direction. That's another video for another day. But basically, if you want to try to be as exact as possible, you could do, a 500 calorie deficit every single day. 500 times 7 is 3,500, and that's going to be about a pound of fat per week that you would lose. But for the purposes of this video, just calculate what is 45% of your height, and that is going to help you to determine, based on where you're currently at, how much fat you have to lose. And so that's how to do it. Hopefully that teaches you exactly how long you have to go as well, because once you calculate basically your deficit, you can pretty much do the math and kind of guesstimate how long your cut is going to be. If you've got 10 pounds of fat to lose, that sounds like it would be 10 weeks if you lose 1 pound a week, but really right off the bat you're going to lose 2 to 4 pounds or whatever. And so it might actually be like 2 months, 2.5 months, maybe 8 to 10 weeks to lose about 10 pounds of fat if you do things correctly, kind of like what I'm teaching you in these videos. So if you want help with any of this, I've actually got a free 30-day fitness jumpstart guide where I lay out a nutrition plan as well as a workout routine that you can follow over the next 30 days just to help you get started on losing your first several pounds of fat while you maintain or even build muscle, depending on how much fat you have to lose and depending on where you're at in your fitness journey. It is possible to build muscle and not be in some crazy caloric surplus. You can build muscle with the stored fat energy that you have on your body, as well as with the calories and protein that you supply your body through your nutrition. And in that 30-day fitness jumpstart guide, which you can grab by going to adamfarrellfitness.com/jumpstart, I lay out that nutrition plan for you, a workout routine that is freaking awesome for building muscle and building strength. Just go to adamfarrellfitness.com/jumpstart and I will send that to you for free. Just put your email address in, I'll send it to you immediately for free. Check your junk folder and all of that. But that's going to do it for today's video, and I hope you found this helpful.